back. Tammy Talks here. We're talking Squid Games, Season 1. This is episodes 4 and 5. So, episode 4 was Stick to the Team. Episode 5 was called A Fair World. A thank you to everybody that has been rocking with me thus far. If you have not already, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It'll take you all of 5 seconds to do. Thumbs up the video on your way in or your way out, whatever works for you. I'm not choosy, I'm not fussy, just thumbs up the video. Share it, leave comments, all that good stuff. All right, so we are chugging along here, y'all. Episode 4. I'm looking at the screen on my TV to get the thing. So, episode 4, they had another game, and this is when people start forming alliances. So, what ends up happening is after everybody has formed like these teams, or after everybody has seen what happened at the last game, with the cookie type thing, everybody is starting to like form alliances and form teams now. So we know who the main character's team. He has, or his alliance. He has the businessman. He got that old man. He has the Pakistani man, and they eventually get the girl. So what ends up happening is they get fed their dinner. They get a boiled egg and a soda. A boiled egg and a soda, which I kind of feel like they're giving them these like petty ass meals because it's supposed to get them tired, so they don't have a lot of energy, so that they can lose the game and that they can die. That's what I'm getting from this. And then we find out in episode 5 like what's really going on. But so they get this damn boiled egg, and old boy that got the tattoo on his face that swear he's somebody. Swear he gets on my last nerve because this nigga walks around and he does all this threatening and talking shit and all this other stuff, threatening people, beating people up. But then whenever they're in the middle of a game, he be the first one ready to bitch out and cry. Like, he gets on my nerves. So they form, he got his crew, they form an alliance. And him and his people end up going and skipping, cutting in front of the line so that they can get them an extra egg and another soda. So then when it gets to the end of the, once it gets to the end where everybody done got their little dinner and they're all sitting around eating, there are 5 people who are left without dinner for the night. And, they start being like, yo, we ain't getting no food. And then they were like, the masked men were like, well, we made enough food for everybody. Okay, we cooked enough eggs for the 100 or so people that were here. I think it was like I think they're down to 80. No, it's 127 people left at this point. So they're like, so if y'all ain't got if y'all ain't getting nothing to eat, oh well. So old girl, this one lady that they all skipped in front of, she was like, it was them over there, title telling ass lady, but she was like, it was those people over there. Those guys, they all cut ahead, so they all got extra food. So this man who was fed up, because he's like, it's one thing that y'all gonna have us up in here doing all these so childish games. Y'all killing us. Y'all can feed us too. You know what I mean? Y'all can at least give us some food, at the least. So they end up going to... So he ends up going over and approaching old boy with the tattoo on his face. And they get into a fight. And old boy with the tattoo was like, listen, what you gonna do about it? So I ate your food, so what? Like, so they get into a fight. He ends up like beating him to death. And he like low-key starts to feel bad because everybody is looking at him like, did you really just kill this man over a fucking boiled egg? Like, over something that was rightfully his. So everybody's kind of like, why y'all letting them fight? They done killed this man, bada bing, bada boom, whatever. So it gets down to the guards. I guess it was actually planned for them to cook less food so that it would turn into them turning on each other. And then after they turn on each other, more people are dying and such, etc., etc. So we find out it's because they are using the organs, they're harvesting organs from these people and selling it to, I think they said China, but they're selling it to another country to get the money for it. So now we're finding out why they're killing these people the way that they are. So they, oh boy, with the master leader, he tells the guards and stuff, this is what is planned. Um, they're gonna kill each other tonight. So, gonna be dangerous. Gonna be dangerous. So that night the lights go out and May fucking ham breaks out. So they are killing each other and fighting each other because they saw that once that man, they came and collected that man up that died because he was fighting for his dinner. Every time somebody dies, more money gets put into the piggy bank. So they go ahead and it is crazy. Like, I'm talking bloodbath. They throwing people off of the long stands that the beds are on. People that snuck their knives and stuff in. They stabbing people. They're using broken glass. They're tearing up like the bedpost or the big metal stands. They're tearing those up, hitting people with that, and it is like, what the fuck is going on? And then finally, the old man is standing on the top of like 5 beds high. So I'm nervous for him because, like, how did he even get up there? And he is screaming, I'm scared. Stop this. We're all going to die. I am scared. You hear me? Scared. And I felt so bad for him. But it's also like, why are you there, sir? Why did you sign up for that? So they end up stopping the game. And I think they kind of realized, if everybody's beating everybody up, there's like no game to be had, which is probably the purpose, or which is more than likely the purpose. Ain't nobody coming out of this game alive. No one's coming out of this alive. If you write it in the comments, I'm going to be so pissed. Do not say spoilers in the comments. I've told y'all episode by episode. So, all right, let's just hold on. Hang tight. Don't spoil anything. So, they come in, they stop the fight. Everybody kind of gets it together. And we see old guy with the dragon's head, the tattoo on his face. And then that one loud, annoying heifer. They end up getting a little closer. They have sex in the bathroom. And it's kind of like they feel they're like, we're going to create an alliance and stick to the end. If y'all watch The Circle, season 3, y'all know alliances ain't worth a shit. Y'all know alliances ain't worth Nathan. So, but their thing is they're going to like form an alliance and stick together to the end. And I'm like, that's stupid because, again, only one person can win. So, the next game is Tug of War. So there is a doctor that we see that is harvesting organs, and in exchange for him doing the harvesting of these organs and body parts, the guards down there are telling him what the next game is so he can be prepared. They're giving him extra food. They're doing what they can to keep him alive so that he can continue helping them. So they tell him the next game, they whisper to him what the next game is going to be. They give him some extra food and tell him you need to get together. You need to get with some really strong people. So he goes and he partners with the guy with the dragon and his crew because they're big and they're brolic and whatever. So Tug of War, they are telling everybody pair up in groups of 10, right? So we know the group that main character is in is a group of misfits. Is old girl, the pickpocket. It's the businessman. It's the old man. It's the man from Pakistan, Ali, the only person's name I can pronounce. And then, was that it? So there's the old man, the pickpocket girl who joined them after the mayhem night. There's the main character, there's the businessman, and then there's Ali. So they all decide, let's all go get one extra person. Now, businessman still tap dancing on my last nerve. He was like, we need to go get men. We're already at a disadvantage, whatever. And it's crazy because these games are not about strength. You know what I mean? A lot of these games are strategy, and they're about having like just a mental strategy to get past them. So they send everybody out to go pick one person to join their team. Um, Businessman is like, y'all have to pick a man. Don't bring no women up in here because we already have too many women. They had one. So he goes up and he sees this man. The man was like, yeah, can you have two people? Because I'm here with my wife and me and my wife. And he was like, no, we have too many girls already. But pickpocket goes and get her another girl. Um, and then everybody brings somebody back aside from the old man. So then Loudmouth Girl, the one that I wish I knew her name. I'm gonna call her bitch. So she goes and she thinks she's gonna be on the team with old boy with the tattoo because they done had sex and they done had a connection and all this other stuff. And he was like, "Girl, please." This is one for all and all for one up in here is not the motto. You know what I mean? So he's like, I'm here, I'm out for self. Everybody wants this money. I think it's up to like 39 billion at this point. So then she starts like making a fool of herself, y'all. So she's out there and she is, well, I thought you loved me. We can't do this without each other. Just, and it's kind of like, what are you doing? What are you doing? So find out the game is Tug of War. Um, we see the guy with the dragon, his team. The guy with the tattoo, his team. They go against this other team, pull them off. The way it works, they have these people handcuffed to a rope. They pull them off. You guys are tugging. Whichever team falls off, you're suspended in the air. They are like probably couple hundred. They're like 100 or so feet in the air, maybe more. And then this guillotine comes down, cuts the rope, and then you just fall to your death. What a horrible way to die. What a fucking horrible way to die. So that's what happens. That's what happens with them. So next up, we see this other team of all men that look pretty strong go against our misfit team with main character. And the old man is telling them, look, Tug of War is a mental game. It's not always about, strength and brute. And he kind of tells, they start off with this strategy that's like, when we start, plant your feet, we're going to position ourselves so some are on each side of the rope, which kind of is common sense with Tug of War. He's like, we're going to position ourselves where some of us are, each on either side of the rope. We're going to pull, hold, we're going to, plant our feet forward, and then we're just going to lean back. So you're pulling all this strength. Like, you're not pulling, but you're just resisting the force of them to pull. So the other team is going to try to pull you. They're mustering up a lot of strength. Once you see them like kind of pause to reset, that's going to be our end to pull them and then stumble them forward. Excuse me. It works at first, but then after that, the other team, because they are stronger, starts to pull them back again. And I'm like, damn, y'all about to really go out like this. But businessman comes up with a strategy of, why don't we take 3 steps forward so that they get that momentum and they start to feel like, yeah, we winning, and they relax. And then once we do that, we'll pull them over. So they actually end up winning. And then when they walk back into the hall, like their little lodging area, oh boy with the tattoo, I think it's like a dragon or snake tattoo, oh boy with the tattoo on his face, him and his team is looking like, how did they get back up in here? And that's when they kind of start to realize, like, maybe they're not as weak as we thought. So main character talks to a boy with the dragon. I think his name is Zhang Dang Hu. I know I'm butchering that, y'all. I'm sorry. And they're talking about that, and he kind of tells them, if something goes down tonight and it's a fight, do you trust your men? You're the strongest person here. They're gonna turn on you. And it wasn't even like him trying to get in his head or anything like that. It was just, that's a real deal observation. You know what I mean? Like, you're the strongest person here. Of course everybody's going to turn on you. Dummy. So that night there are no fights or anything like that. Everybody just kind of sits back and chills and relaxes. But we see the doctor go down. He gets called down to harvest some organs because some of the people that fell to the ground during Tug of War didn't die. And when those people are still alive, they're able to get like, they're able to get their heart and like some of their other good or internal organs that are still pumping and stuff. You're able to get that stuff out of them, you know, put it in water, keep it live, probably keep it cold, and then transport it away for money. So the doctor is gone for a while. He gets down there and he is like, "Whoo, y'all is broken me to the bone." And they down there, "I can do it faster. Look at this doctor." And we find out that he's a malpractice doctor that killed one of his. He's a doctor that is facing malpractice because he killed his patient on the table. And they're like teasing him, saying that he butchered some of the organs and some of the like the eyeballs from a couple people before. And he's like, "Well, y'all bringing me live ass people. What am I supposed to do with they wiggling and stuff around?" So they have number 29, who we know is the police officer who was there looking for his brother. So we have the police officer who's looking for his brother. He's number 29. He is like always all over the place. He don't know what the hell he's doing. He keep getting yelled at by everybody. Number 28 thinks he's suspicious because he's like acting suspicious. So he's asking all these questions like, what do we do with this body? What do we do with this when this happens? And they're like, did you forget, my guy? You were there. So apparently number 28 and 29 are divers who, once the organs are harvested, they do underwater diving. They go and they probably meet some other people from, I want to say, I really think it was China, they said. Some other people from the other country from China that are buying the organs from them, and making sure they get a good price, bada, 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 bada. So he's asking all these questions, and they like keep getting mad at him, like, weren't you there? And he's about to really get caught, but then the doctor screams out and was like, God damn it, let me work. I can't do nothing with all this damn noise. So the divers go off, and then we see the doctor is like, all right, so what's the next game? And they was like, oh, we don't know yet. And he like freaks out. He's like, no, you have to tell me. I did what I was supposed to do. Y'all are supposed to be telling me what the next game is, so I can prepare myself and I can know what, I can know what I'm up against. And they were like, what you want us to do? Shit, we don't know. They didn't tell us. So he flips out and like picks up a scalpel and it's like gets into a fight with one of the masked men. And it's kind of like, y'all are out here playing. I did what I was supposed to do. Y'all didn't do what y'all were supposed to do. Long story short, he kills one of the guards and then goes running. The other masked man is chasing after him. And it's kind of like, I don't want to kill you. We need you because you are the one that's getting the organs and stuff together for us. So it's kind of like, all right, the guard died, fine. Like we don't care about that. But we can't have another player go missing. Like, we're going to get in trouble for that. So, of course, cameras everywhere. So the leader, who is the guy with the black mask, he come down and puts an end to the shit right away. And he tells one of the doctor guards, and was like, you fucked up. This is equality, and we are here to give everybody a fair chance at getting them some shmoney. And I'm looking like, do you really think this is a fair chance to fight and get, like... It is weird how you hear people say stuff like that, and you kind of think, do you really believe what you're saying? Like, does that really make sense to you? You really think that what y'all are doing is equal and fair and a good thing to give people a second chance? Y'all are killing people for losing their children's games, killing them with no regard. So they end up killing him, and then they turn and they kill the doctor player because you went rogue. Like I said, no one is getting out of here. The way that they are like taking all those organs, them people are making it out of there. Not one person is going to survive. So then number 29, the guy that's number 29, he ends up killing number 28 because 28 feels like he's asking too many questions. So he's like, why are you asking all these questions? Let me see your face. Your voice sound different, whatever. So they both take their masks off. And it's like, why? Like, what is going on? So we find out that number 29, the doctor guy, I'm sorry, he's like a police officer. He tells number 28, y'all talked about how somebody had one eye and they only had one kidney. Y'all were pissed. The other kidney is right here because that was my brother. My brother gave me his kidney, to save my life. And he's like, no, it was a woman. No, it wasn't him. It was a woman. Womp, womp, womp. And he ends up shooting and killing him because he don't believe him. But before he dies, he tells him that records of every single player are upstairs in the leader's room. You just got to go up there and you can find out. So he goes upstairs. He goes up to the leader's room after killing him, breaks in and is looking through the records, and we find out that his brother did not die during one of the games. His brother actually won one of the games in 2020. And it shows that they've been doing these back to, like, I think it's in 2007. So it looks like there's several games a year. And his brother won. So now the question is, where the fuck is your brother? So did they kill your brother afterwards? Or is your brother one of the people that's working there? Hell, is your brother the leader? So that's where we left off at. And then back in the room with the lodging with the people that are left. No one died that night. We see the old man got super, super sick. They're sounding the alarms looking for the players because it's like there's some guards that are dead. So they're looking for 29 now. So they're trying to round everyone up because we got to get everybody together. And the old man, like, doesn't want to get up, and it's because he peed on himself and he didn't want anybody else to see. These people clearly don't shower or bathe or get so much as a toothbrush in the morning. So it's a lot, y'all. This series is wild. That's all I can say. The series is wild. But stay tuned. I will be back for episodes 6 and 7, and then I think it's only 9. So then 8 or 9. So hopefully today, if not tomorrow, we can wrap this up, and then we can really get to talking in the comments. If you made it this far through the video, why not go ahead and subscribe if you have not already? Thumbs up the video before you leave, and check y'all next time. Peace!